Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Kiwi. I'm the program director of the Singapore International Film Festival, and I will be the moderator for today's session. And today we are organizing an in-conversation with none other than Mr. Jafar Panahi. So I'll do a quick introduction, but before that, let me just share with you how you guys can optimize the experience of tonight's event. So what we'll do is we have both an AI interpreter as well as a human one. So that's to double check the language because I don't understand Persian. Yeah. So we will need to exercise some patience because the translation might take a little while to appear on both sides, but hopefully this will be still more efficient than having the human interpreter interpret at every sentence. So we hope that this does help ease the process of today's conversation. And I will make sure that there will be time for the floor to ask Mr. Panahi questions because I know this is a very rare opportunity. So I will still share some questions first just to warm him up, and later we'll have mics around the floor to hand it over to anyone who has questions. Yeah. And I think with that, I would like to first give a proper introduction to the guests today. So, Mr. Jafar Panahi. He is an Iranian filmmaker who has won numerous accolades, including the Berlinale's Golden Bear for Taxi, a film made in 2015, and the Cannes Best Screenplay for Three Faces, a film made in 2018. He was actually also awarded Best Director and the Special Jury Prize for The Mirror, a film made in 1997 at the 11th SGIFF in 1998. His films often portray Iranian society in a humanistic and neo-realist style. The explicit social critique in his work, however, has incurred the government's, Iranian government's ire, for which he has been imprisoned and placed under house arrest. In 2022, his latest film, No Bears, screened at the 2022 Venice Film Festival when the director was already behind bars. It won the Special Jury Prize. So known for his fearless storytelling, incisive socio-political critique, and formally inventive style, Panahi's body of work is a testament to how cinema can serve as a powerful tool for personal, political, and artistic freedom, even amid unfree conditions. His films not only highlight stories of resistance and change, but also embody boundless creativity and a fiercely independent spirit, pushing the boundaries of cinema. Last but not least, Mr. Jafar Panahi will be the 35th Singapore International Film Festival's Cinema Honorary Award recipient this year. And this is actually his second time in Singapore. He has not been overseas for a while, for a duration of 14 years because of imprisonment in his home country. So this is a rare chance for him to come to Singapore, meet you guys, and to have this conversation. So without further ado, I'd like to, maybe for the audience to put your hands together to welcome Mr. Jafar Panahi. And we will have an interpreter with us today to help us facilitate tonight's event. So I have to start this question by saying, welcome to Singapore. And I have to ask Mr. Panahi, how have you been? Because how have you been since your travel ban was lifted in 2023 and when you first traveled to Paris last year? Since then, what have you been doing, if you would like to give an update to the audience tonight?
سلام میکنم خدمت همه دوستان و کسانی که نمیدونم به من گفتن دانشجویان سینما و دیگر کسانی که به سینما علاقه‌مندن اینجا هستن. تو باید ترجمه کنید. خوشحالم که اومدم. دفعه پیش که اومدم 20 سال پیش بودش. خب اون موقع هوا اینطوری گرم نبود و الان بسیار گرمه و امیدوارم که بتونم سوالایی که دارین رو جواب بدم. من حدود 3 ماه بود که توی پاریس بودم برای پست پروداکشن کارهای آخرم. خوشبختانه 1 روز قبل از اینکه بیام اینجا کار تموم شد. خب قبل از این دعوت‌های مختلفی داشتم که رد می‌کردم و دوست داشتم که کارامو تموم کنم بعد به سفر بیام.
Hello everyone, I will just give a translation about the last part. I think everything was understandable until that part. So Mr. Panahi mentioned that he was in Paris last month. After that he finalized his post-production of his last movie, recent movie.
So I would like to maybe just start this conversation right at the beginning of Mr. Panahi's career. So I know that Mr. Panahi attended film school after serving in the army during the Iran-Iraq war. And while making short films and television documentaries, Mr. Panahi contacted Mr. Abbas Kiarostami to offer your services in any capacity. And I believe Mr. Abbas Kiarostami became an enthusiastic mentor, helping to get your feature debut, The White Balloon, into Cannes, where it became the first Iranian film to win a major prize at the festival. So I think I want to begin like that by asking about Mr. Abbas Kiarostami, his relationship to you as a mentor, and how he has influenced you till today in your filmmaking career.
آقای کیارستمی یه فیلمساز بزرگی بودن. متاسفانه چند سال پیش فوت کردن. ایشون وقتی من تماس گرفتم گفتم که دوست دارم سر کارتون باشم، ایشون هم پذیرفت و وقتی با هم شروع کردیم کار کردن، من به عنوان دستیارشون دیدیم که علایق مشترکی داریم و این علایق مشترک باعث این شد که چندین سال با هم کار کنیم. هر فیلمسازی از فیلمسازهای قبلی خودش مسلماً تأثیر میگیره و اگر فیلمساز باهوشی باشه حالا میتونه راه خودش رو انتخاب کنه و فیلم‌هایی که مال خودش رو بسازه. من نه تنها از آقای کیارستمی بلکه از اکثر فیلمسازان دنیا از طریق فیلم‌هاشون یاد گرفتم و نهایتاً اون شکل کاری که خودم دوست داشتم رو انجام دادم.
Okay. Mr. Panahi mentioned that, of course, he has inspired from Mr. Kiarostami greatly in his profession, but as well from the other filmmakers all around the world. He has found inspiration through all of these filmmakers, but eventually he wanted to choose his own path, which is unique and different from Kiarostami style or other filmmakers. And if you're smart, you will be definitely choose your own path, which is different and unique than others.
Thank you, Sarah. So I also wanted to talk about not just Mr. Abbas Kiarostami, but of course the whole filmmaking community in Iran. So despite the isolation and restricted contact, we do read about how your films get made, submitted, circulated, and talked about in many interviews. And through that, we get a glimpse of the close-knittedness, how everyone is very close in the community, and how mutual aid is rendered by the Iranian film community. Would you be able to share with us how your impression of the film industry in Iran, or how people have supported each other?
ببینید توی سیستم های بسته به هر حال کسایی که در اونجا زندگی میکنن راهی رو پیدا میکنن که حرف خودشون رو بزنن. حکومت هایی که شکل بسته ای رو دارن سعی میکنن که ارتباط فیلمساز با یا هنرمند یا هر کسی که حرفی برای گفتن داره با مردمش قطع کنن. اما خوشبختانه ابزار کار ما الان به جایی رسیده که با یک موبایل هم میشه فیلم ساخت. یعنی دیگه شما وابسته به امکانات و اون حکومت نیستید. ما راه خودمون رو پیدا میکنیم و خیلی از فیلم هایی که الان توی سینما ایران ساخته میشه اصطلاحاً بهش میگن فیلم های زیرزمینی. یعنی بچه ها راه خودشون رو پیدا میکنن و به هر نحوی که شده فیلم خودشون رو میسازن. بله ما به هم دیگه کمک میکنیم تا اونجایی که بتونیم، ولی نهایتاً این اراده و توانایی هر کسی هستش که راه خودش رو پیدا کنه.
I also wanted to ask, because we talked about your mentor, Mr. Abbas Kiarostami, and now you are also a senior filmmaker in Iran. I just wanted to talk a little bit about your family, especially your son, Panahi, who also started filmmaking. Do you consider yourself as a mentor to your son because he just started filmmaking? And do you think you have been an influence in his career?
نه، پناه راه مستقل خودش رو رفته و فیلمی که ساخته خب اگر دیده باشین متفاوت از کارهای من هستش.
I think Panahi has his own independent style, and he has find his way, which is different than my way, and I am ready always to help him.
خیلی سخت سوژه‌هاشو انتخاب میکنه و وسواس زیادی داره تا خودش رو آماده کنه برای کاری. من میتونم بگم که خیلی مطالعه سینماییش از منم بیشتر هستش و بسیاری از فیلم‌های دنیا رو دیده و نهایتاً با استقلال کامل فیلم خودش رو انتخاب کرده.
If I want to talk about him, he has a lot of studies, and he also he's very careful with the subject that he choose, and he works on it. I can say that he even has much more study than me compared to me in the background of whatever that he works on or the subject that he finds. And I believe that he is really independent in the film making, and he doesn't need me anyway.
خب اجازه بدید از این سوالای کلیشه‌ای بیایم بیرون و اول من با شما آشنا بشم. اینجا چه تعدادی از شما کار فیلم سازی میکنید؟ اگه کسی هستش دستشو بلند کنه.
I also want to get to know about you, that how many of you are making film or how many of you are into the film industry or interested about this.
Okay, well, raise of hands, yeah.
اوکی. چه مقدارتون دانشجوی سینما هستید؟
How many of you are the cinema student?
خب بقیه هم طرفدار سینما هستن دیگه.
And I believe the rest are the fan of cinema, right?
چه تعداد ایرانی هستن اینجا الان؟
May I ask how many Iranian are present here?
خب من در خدمت شما هستم. برنامه رو بذارید با سوالات شما پیش ببریم و اینطوری راحت تر هستم.
I would like to be at your service. If you have any question, please feel free to ask, and I'm ready to. I'm happy to respond.
Yeah, I'm happy to, you know, kind of like let everyone have a chance at different points of this conversation. So I don't hog this conversation, obviously. I've asked a couple of questions. I think now is a good time if I can invite someone, if you want to raise your hands, if you have a question for Mr. Panahi. Anyone has a question? Okay, we have roving mics, yes. So that lady at the third row, we can pass the mic to her.
Thank you, Mr. Panahi. I'm not Iranian, but I'm from India, and my grandfather used to be a Farsi poet, and I'm a big fan of your cinema. My question is about courage, because you've obviously gone through a lot in your life, and as a filmmaker and even as a family person, how do you get the courage to keep doing what you're doing in arguably very difficult and challenging circumstances?
Thank you.
من اصلا شجاع نیستم. واقعیت اینه که این موقعیتی که توش هستم منو وادار به این کار کرده. فرض کنید که مثلا وقتی که توی زندان هستین بسیاری از زندانیان رو ببینید که خب اعتصاب غذا میکنن و هیچ کس در بیرون از زندان از این مطلع نمیشه. اما من به دلیل موقعیتم که دارم با چند روز اعتصاب غذا همه دنیا میفهمن. باید بگم که شاید اونها از من شجاعترند، ولی من موقعیت اینو داشتم که حالا مردم در مورد مشکلاتی که اونجا هستش بیشتر آگاه شدن. این شرایطی که درش زندگی میکنیم یواش کم کم این حالت رو به شما میده که حالا باید فراتر از کار فیلمسازیتون با مردم هم بتونید همسو باشید. واقعیت اینه که چون من فیلمساز اجتماعی هستم، فیلم هام در مورد مردم هستش، سوژه هام رو از خود مردم الهام میگیرم، پس نمیتونم به اون چی که در جامعه هم اتفاق میفته بی تفاوت باشم. من شاید آدم سیاسی نباشم. وقتی میگم سیاسی یعنی اینی که یا وابسته به حزبی چیزی نباشم که تفکر حزبی داشته باشم. اما واقعیت اینه که من همسو با جامعه هم حرکت میکنم، مردم حرکت میکنم. اونا هستن که این تأثیر رو به من میبخشن، اونا هستن که این الهام رو به من میبخشن بعضی وقتا میبینیم که اونا خیلی اما جلوتر هستن. اون اتفاقاتی که توی چند سال پیش، 2 سال پیش که وقتی من در زندان بودم توی جامعه اتفاق افتاد، دیدیم که مردم خیلی جلوتر از ما هستن. جوانها خیلی شجاعتر هستن و بیرو درواسی حرفاشون رو میزنن و با هم میستن رو حرفشون. در واقع وقتی شما هم تو اون جامعه زندگی کنید، این موقعیت رو داشته باشید، شجاعت رو جامعه به شما تزریق میکنه، نه اینکه شما ذاتاً آدم شجاعی باشید.
Thank you. Yeah. Do we have another question from the floor? Okay, we have a gentleman there. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Panahi. I just want to ask, having worked with someone with such a distinct voice and such an influential voice like Mr. Kiarostami, as a young filmmaker looking up to other filmmakers as well, I would just want to ask, were there times where you felt like your works or your thinking patterns were being influenced by your mentors too much, and how did you stray away from that or consciously craft and find your own voice having worked with mentors like that? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. They will take some time to, yeah.
ببینید یه مشکلی که هستش وقتی صحبت میکنن اینجا ترجمه میشه، خیلی ترجمه ماشینی، روح نداره. واقعا من بعضی وقتا متوجه این صحبت ها نمیشم.
Okay, Mr. Panahi is mentioning that he agreed that this way of translation and conveying his talks to you is a bit mechanical, and it doesn't have any spirit or the feeling that he wants is not getting transferred to you.
نمیدونم حالا صحبت های منم یه همچین حالتی رو داره یا نه، یا درست واسه شما ترجمه میشه. دوستی که ایرانی هستش میگه در درست ترجمه نمیشه و واقعا این سخته. من همین قبل از این برنامه هم اومدم اینجا اینو تست کردن، گفتم من نمیتونم با این رابطه برقرار کنم. خب به هر حال من گفتم آقای کیارستمی خب مسلماً به تمام نسلایی که تو سینما ایران هستن تأثیر گذاشته، خودش هم مطمئناً از نسل قبلی تأثیر گرفته و این تأثیرها باعث شده که ما به این راه بفهمیم که حالا ما چگونه میاندیشیم، هر فیلمسازی خودش چطوری میاندیشه. خب من یه زمانی عاشق سینمای مثلا هیچکاک بودم. اون زمانی بود که میتونستم الفبای سینما رو یاد بگیرم و بعد که این رو یاد گرفتم خب کم کم دیگه هیچکاک از ذهن من رفت بیرون. عاشق سینمای نئورالیسم ایتالیا شدم و شاید بیشترین تأثیری که بر من گذاشت.
Sorry, I just need to jump in because there was just a mistake. So until the part that about the Hitchcock cinema, it was like the alphabet of cinema for Mr. Panahi that he could just learn from. But later on, as he moved forward, I got interested to the neorealism cinema.
و در واقع شیرازه اصلی، اون بنمایه اصلی سینمای منو اون ساختش.
And I believe that actually created a fundamental in my mind and concept for my cinema education.
اون سینمای رئالیسم ایتالیا ساختش.
The Italian realism cinema, which I got really inspired by.
توی فیلم های آقای کیارستمی این رئالیستی، کار رئالیستی بسیار دیده میشد.
I could see this realistic cinema also in the work of Kiarostami's.
و وقتی که من با ایشون کار کردم خب به وضوح می‌دیدم که ایشون چی کار میکنه که اون حس واقعیت درون فیلم ها هم به گنجینده بشه.
So what it was important to me when I was working by his side was that to watch him carefully, that what he's taking from and how he's incorporated all of these ingredients together to make his.
از اون روح دمیدن واقعیت رو در فیلم یاد گرفتم.
I learned from him how to use the reality and bring it to the movie and into the cinema. This is what I learned from the Kiarostami.
قبل از که آقای کیارستمی من دستیار کسی دیگه‌ای بودم.
I worked with another person before Kiarostami.
یک فیلمساز دیگه‌ای به اسم آقای کامبوزیا پرتوی.
Then his name was Kambozia Partovi, another filmmaker.
که فیلمنامه دایره از ایشون هستش.
The screenplay The Circle is from him, the Mr. Partovi.
از اون نوع بازی گرفتن از بچه‌ها رو یاد گرفتم.
I learned from him, if I want to say that, what I learned from him was that how to take acting, how to take out acting from the actors and actresses. I learned this from Mr. Partovi.
خب از هر کسی چیزایی رو آدم میتونه یاد بگیره.
So I learned different things from different people.
در گوشه ذهنش داشته باشه.
And mix up all this together in your mind and keep it there for yourself.
و حالا بتونه اون رو با دید خودش ارائه بده.
And then is up to you that how you want to present and convey this from your point of view.
Thank you. We can take one more question before I continue. Maybe that lady there, yeah.
Maybe I'll say it in Farsi first and then I'll just translate. سلام آقای پناهی، خیلی سعادت بزرگه، واقعا خوشحالم شما اینجایین. من میخواستم بپرسم، گفتین که درسی که مثلا از مردم و از جامعه خود ایران اینسپیریشن میگین، در واقع درس میگیرین، یا میخوام بپرسم که خب چجوری انتخاب میکنین؟ چون تو ایران خب مسائل زیادی هست که ممکن آدم بخواد در موردش فیلم بسازه، یا حالا من خودم خیلی دوست دارم بنویسم، ولی خب انقدر مطلب زیاد آدم نمیدونه چی رو انتخاب بکنه. دوست دارم در مورد پروسه‌تون بدونم. And I'm just asking him how he takes inspiration from all the topics that are in Iran, because there's so many things that are going on in the country. And myself, I'm interested in writing, but sometimes I get confused about what to pick, and I would love to hear about how he decides and what his process is. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
ببینید بعضی وقتا شما موضوع رو انتخاب میکنید، بعضی وقتا موضوع شما رو انتخاب میکنه. یعنی اینکه جلوی چشم شما اتفاقاتی توی جامعهتون میفته و اینا یواش یواش تو ذهن شما حک میشه و یک روزی این میزنه بیرون. حالا اون کیه واقعا آدم نمیدونه. بعضی وقتا اون چیز هستش به شما میگه الان وقتشه رو من کار کنی. من یادمه وقتی تو زندان بازجویی میشدم، بازجوم یه روز گفتش که تو چرا این همه فیلم های مسئله دار میسازی؟ من گفتم که خب من تو این جامعه زندگی میکنم، اون چیزی که اتفاقی که میفته رو میبینم و مجبورم ریاکشن نشون بدم. گفت یعنی چی؟ گفتم یعنی الان تو داری منو بازجویی میکنی.
Yeah. Do you need my translation for this part, or is it clear? Okay, sure. So Okay.
میخواید اینو بذاریم کنار؟ واقعا تمام حواسمون رو داره پرت میکنه. اینو بذاریم کنار، اون پشتم لطفا چیزی ننویسن. اینو قطع کنیم.
Okay.
قطع کنید اون پشتیه رو. نه حواس پرت میشه، لطفا اون قطع میشه. خب از اول شما اینم قطع کنید. ببینید بعضی وقتا گفتم دوباره تکرار، بعضی وقتا شما موضوع رو انتخاب میکنید.
Sometimes you choose the subject,
و بعضی وقتا موضوع شما رو انتخاب
and
میکنید.
at times the subject will choose you.
هر روز اتفاقاتی جلوی چشمتون میفته.
Every day there are things that happening in front of your eyes.
شما از خونه میایید برید محل کارتون.
When you're going to your work,
خیلی از مسائل رو میبینید.
you see everything every day.
اینها تو ذهنتون یه جایی حک میشه.
And all of these get imprinted in your mind.
و حالا وقتی یه زمانی خواستید فیلم نامه‌ای بنویسید، اونها کم کم میان درون فیلم شما دخالت میکنن.
And if you decide one day to write down, then these are the things that will come to your paper, and you will just write about it without even you knowing it.
و به شما میگن که در مورد من فیلم بساز.
So it will inspire you to you make a movie about it, about all of the things that you have experienced day to day.
بذارید به صورت ساده بگم.
In a simple way, I can tell you.
توی زندان بازجو داشت از من بازجویی میکرد.
When I was in prison, so I was under interrogation, and the person asked me.
خب مثلا میگفت چرا روی این موضوعهای هات داری فیلم میسازی؟
He asked me why you're making the subject that actually are creating the problem, why you're working on these issues.
مثلا چرا روی فیلم‌های مثلا تجاری و اینا کار نمی‌کنی؟
Or why don't you work on the commercial subject?
اونا خب پول بیشتری دارن و مسائل مختلفه.
Which has more revenue and is even better.
گفتم که واقعیت اینه که من انتخاب نمی‌کنم رو چی کار کنم.
My response was that the reality is that I don't choose what to work on.
موضوعا دارم منو انتخاب میکنم.
These are the subject that who choose me actually.
دیدم همینطوری گنگه، یه خورده سکوت کرد، بعد گفت یعنی چی؟
He didn't understood. He was confused and he asked me that what do you mean by that?
گفتم هیچی، خیلی ساده است، یعنی الان شما دارید منو بازجویی میکنید.
I mentioned that that's very simple. You're interrogating me.
این میره تو گوشه ذهن من.
And it will be safe somewhere in back of my mind.
و یه روز خودشو میزنه بیرون.
And perhaps one day will come out somewhere as a subject for me.
گفت یعنی چی، تو میخوای از من فیلم بسازی؟
He was more confused and he mentioned that what do you mean you want to make a movie from me?
گفتم که نمیدونم از شما فیلم میخوام بسازم، ولی مسلما یه روز تو سینمای من خواهد اومد.
I mentioned that I'm not sure if I want to make a movie about you, but definitely one day it will come out somewhere in my some of movie.
نمیدونم فیلم تاکسی رو دیدین یا نه.
Not sure if you have watched a movie named Taxi.
تو تاکسی یه جایی هستش که من دارم میرم و یک دفعه احساس میکنم یه صدایی شنیدم.
There in the movie Taxi there is one scene that I'm going somewhere and I feel that I heard a voice.
ناگهان ماشین رو نگه میدارم.
All of a sudden, I stop the car.
از ماشین میام بیرون و دنبال اون صدا میگردم.
I come out of the car and look for the voice.
چون وقتی که منو بازجویی میکردن من همیشه چشام بسته بودش.
As when I was under interrogation, my eyes were closed,
رو به دیوار میشستم.
face the wall,
بازجوم که پشت سرم بود هیچ وقت نمیدیدم.
and hearing the sound of the interrogator from the back behind me, and I wouldn't see him.
وقتی خانم ستوده اومد سوار ماشین شد،
When Miss Sotude, she's a lawyer for she's a human activist, right? She came to the car.
بعد بهش گفتم یه صدای اینطوری شنیدم.
I said to her that I heard the voice.
خب هر دوم میدونستیم این صدای بازجومه.
And we both know that is the sound. It was the voice of the interrogator that was in my mind. It was back of my mind.
پس اونی که میگم یک جایی میره تو ذهنتون اینجا هستش. این میاد توی کارتون بعدن.
So when I say that it will be safe somewhere in your mind, back of your mind, this is it. One day it will come back to your life, to your reality.
حالا دیگه این توانایی شماست که چطوری اونو تو قصتون بیارید.
And after this, it will all rely on your capability, that how you want to make use of these and you want to utilize this in your stories.
اینو کسی بهتون نمیتونه یاد بده.
Nobody can teach you this.
بلکه بستگی به خودتون داره.
It's all up to you.
Thank you. Do we have one more question for? Okay, that lady, if you can pass the mic.
Thank you so much for being here. It's like a huge honor. This question is kind of inspired by your last film, No Bears. So in that film and in your previous work, something I've noticed is that you seem to be grappling with both the responsibility and limitations of filmmaking. And I think that was very apparent when you were, the film, it's like a film within a film. And there's the two Turkish immigrants, which are, there's two refugees who are struggling to get out of Turkey. And in the end, they confront you over Zoom or over the laptop about the film that you're making. So I'm wondering, firstly, like, what is the backstory behind that? And also, how have you come to terms with this question about the way you approach your craft? Yeah.
لطفاً سوالایی که میکنید به یه مقدار کوتاه بگین که بشه ترجمه کرد.
Yeah, if you can create a pause within your question so I can translate it. Like, so the first part was that you asked that how Mr. Panahi crafted the story about the two Turkish immigrants, right? The refugees, yeah. So how the story got crafted? Yeah.
ببینید از اون موقعی که گفتن دیگه تو نمیتونی کار کنی.
From the time they told me that I am not allowed to work.
خب من اولین کاری که کردم این فیلم نیست و در اون خونه خودم ساختم.
The first thing that I did was that this is not a film and I made it in my own house.
یا فیلم پرده رو توی ویلای شخصی خودم ساختم.
Or the other one named Curtain, I made it in my own villa.
بعد فکر کردم نه باید بیام از خونه بیرون.
Then I thought that maybe I need to come out from the indoor.
و فکر کردم یه فیلم باید داخل شهر بسازم.
And make something in the city, the town.
و با تاکسی افتادم داخل شهر تهران.
So I started to driving with the taxi in Tehran.
بعد فکر کردم که خب من باید واسه این که بگم که شما سانسور نمیتونه هیچ غلطی بکنه.
And I also wanted to give them this message that the limitation will not stop me.
فکر کردم که یک فیلم باید خارج از کشور بسازم.
I was thinking that perhaps I need to make a movie out of Iran.
در حالی که منو ممنوع کردن از کشورم برم بیرون.
At the same time, I was banned to work out of Iran as well.
خب با همین ایده کم کم شروع شد قصه‌مو چیکار کنم.
So that was the initial idea that how I reach out to this story and I work on it.
خب فکر کردم که باید یه موضوعی رو اونور بگیرم اینور با مثلا با واتساپ چیزی کنترل کنم.
I thought that I can find a subject somewhere out of Iran and then I can also continue and working on it when I'm in Iran, like WhatsApp and.
خب فکر کردم اون چی موضوع اون طرف چی باشه. گفتم خب شاید بهترین حالتش همین پناهنده‌های ایرانی باشن.
So for me the best subject was that Iranian refugee over there in Turkey.
و همینا ریزه ریزه اومد تا نهایتاً شد فیلم خرس نیست.
So all of these ingredients one by one just get knitted together and it just created the whole idea about the movie. This is not a bear. Huh? So, yeah. No bears. Sorry, I have not watched this.
No Bears, which was screened at the Singapore International Film Festival 2 years ago. Maybe we can pass the mic back to the lady. There's maybe a second part.
Yeah, I will try to summarize the events of the film towards the end for the benefit of anyone who hasn't seen it. So basically, oh, everyone's seen it? Okay. No spoilers. Oh, okay. Wow, okay, it makes it a bit difficult to ask my question then, but okay. I think, okay, there I will reference Curtain because it's a similar question. So there is sometimes a sense of frustration, I think, with what his filmmaking can achieve, not just because of like the censorship or the limits that the Iranian government puts on him. So I'm wondering how he deals with like the limitation of maybe what cinema can change, like maybe like the literal lives of the refugees, for example. So like I think a lot of filmmakers, like yesterday I saw a documentary from Palestinian filmmakers, so they ask themselves this question: we make the films, people see them, there's a lot of, like, the audiences get upset, and then what happens? So I'm wondering if you can answer this question, yeah, or how he feels about it.
The exact question is, can I just...
The exact question is, like, how does he come to terms with the frustration of, like, whether filmmaking has, like, a real effect on politics or things that needs to change?
نمیدونم، من توضیح دادم. میگم اینی که وقتی شما راه خودتون انتخاب میکنید.
I believe I have answered this. When you choose your own path,
هیچ قدرتی نمیتونه جلوی شما رو بگیره.
I believe that there is nothing that can stop you.
باید بپذیرید که این نوع کارا هزینه خودشو داره.
First of all, you need to understand and accept that this work has its own risk. So you need to accept the risk.
خب هزینه‌اش اینه که جلوی کار شما رو بگیرن.
The cost could be that they will not allow you that you continue your work.
شما رو زندان ببرن.
You might be in prison.
هزار تا مشکلات دیگه واسهتون درست کنن.
Or thousands of problems can come across your way.
من فکر میکنم هیچ قدرتی نمیتونه جلوی هنر رو بگیره.
Still, I believe that there is no power that can stop the art from performing.
و وقتی من انتخاب میکنم یک فیلم رو بسازم واقعا دیگه دست خودم نیست. هیچ چی رو دیگه متوجه نمیشم که این چه عواقبی برام خواهد داشت.
When personally I want to make a movie, I don't think about that what's happening next, and I just go ahead and I don't think about that what's the consequences of this decision. For me, is that important to make the movie.
خب راه واسش پیدا میکنم.
And I will always find my way.
به جای این که مثلا یک گروه بزرگی رو بردارم برم سر کار.
Instead of having a great group,
گروه هم رو خیلی خلاصه میکنم.
I find limited numbers of people.
مثلا همین فیلم خرس نیست رو که شما گفتین.
For example, the same movie we are talking about, No Bear.
کل گروه ما واقعا تو 2 تا ماشین جا میگرفتش.
The whole team was only like was in 2 car.
بعد درست مثل یک کار دانشجویی.
Exactly like a student work.
در حالی که واسه اون کار باید یک گروه عظیم باشن.
And to be honest, there should be a big team for that work.
من یادمه که یه روز داشتیم کار میکردیم، روز 6م کار بود.
I remember that one day we were working and the 6th day of the work.
یه دفعه دیدیم که یه سری آدم ریختن تو اون ده.
We noticed that some people have entered the village.
اینا نیروهای امنیتی بودن.
They were related to the government.
اهالی ده سری منو از یه طریقی فراری دادن.
So the villagers have rescued me from somewhere.
ما مجبور شدیم از اون ده بریم بیرون.
And we left that village.
اینم بگم بهتون.
I want to also I need to mention to you.
این دهی که ما انتخاب کرده بودیم یه جایی بود که با جاده اصلی 2 کیلومتر فاصله داشت.
The village that we have chosen to make the movie was 9 kilometers away from the main road.
اون جاده اصلی اسفالت بودش.
The main road had asphalt.
ولی این 2 کیلومتر خاکی بود و سنگلا خیلی سخت بود توش رفتن.
But the other part of the road was not asphalt and it was just a very difficult for the cars to.
یعنی یه چیزی نیم ساعت طول میکشید این 2 کیلومتر رو بری.
So 2 kilometers. So it would just take normally around half an hour to just only pass these 2 kilometers.
ما یه نفر از اهالی ده رو گذاشته بودیم سر جاده.
And there was one villagers who was made to stand there.
قرار بود که اون اونجا باشه ببینه اگه یه غریبه‌ای خواست بیاد تو این جاده به ما خبر بده با موبایل.
So he was supposed to notify us about if anybody outsiders are entering the village.
یکی از ماشینامون هم گذاشته بودیم که این راحت تو ماشین بشینه.
And he was just waiting in one of the car over there throughout the time.
اما از شانس ما دقیقاً همون زمان که اینا می‌خواستن بیان تو ماشین خوابش برده بود.
So but he fall asleep and during the time that he was fall asleep the same people from the government agencies they just enter.
ما که مطمئن بودیم اگه کسی بیاد ما میفهمیم. وقتی این حالت رو دیدیم چاره‌ای نداریم باید از اون ده بریم بیرون.
While we were just assured that if there is anything or any danger we will get notified but the situation becomes such that we have to escape the village.
حالا دیگه هر روز با این گروه کوچیکمون راه میافتادیم میرفتیم توی یه ده دیگه یه تیکه میگرفتیم و همونجا در میرفتیم.
So every day we were just going to different villages, and very short part of the movie was getting filmed in different villages.
اما چند تا پلان مونده بود که واقعا باید تو همون ده اولیه صورت میگرفت، نمیشد کاری کرد.
We had few scenes that only had to do in the original village, so we had to return to that village again.
من دیدم راه دیگه ای ندارم.
And I had no way.
رفتم یه دونه موبایل تازه گرفتم.
I got a new cell phone.
گفتم که هیچ کس رو با خودمون نمیبریم ده.
And I decided not to take any team members along with me.
فقط اون بازیگری که لازم داریم میبریم.
Only the main actress came
حتی
with me.
صدا بردارینا هم نبردیم.
None of the people, the crew of the team, who for the professional sound or any of them.
ما شبانه مخفیانه وارد ده شدیم.
So at night, secretly we get into the village.
سریع با همون موبایل فیلمامون رو گرفتیم.
And quickly with the same cell phone I have just recorded the rest of the movie.
و صبح اون ده در رفتیم.
And the morning we just escape again the village.
خب این دیگه چیزی که توانایی شماست که واسه هر مشکلی راه حل پیدا کنید.
So this is all up to you that you find a way for all the problems, and you can find a way.
I would like to ask a question now. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to talk about some of the films that's in this year's festival as part of the Jafar Panahi In Focus program. I want to talk about The Circle from the year 2000 and the short film Hidden, made in 2020, the double bill. I think in these two films, you're often concerned about the everyday life of women in Iran's patriarchy. And I think this remains deeply entrenched even today. I think another example is 2006 Offside, that also talks about your advocacy towards female rights in Iran.
2006.
My question is, can you share with us about your process and inspirations in crafting such complex female characters, and how this issue continues to motivate you in your filmmaking to today?
ببینید در کل فیلم‌های من یه موضوع هستش، محدودیت.
There is one general topic throughout my movies, and that is restriction. And
خب تو جامعه مثل جامعه ایدئولوژیک من
and in a society like my society, which is associated with the ideology,
خب زنها محدودترین هستن.
women are restricted.
و اینا تلاش میکنن این محدودیت رو بیشتر کنن.
They try hard to even expand this limitation.
خب معلومه که اون موقع تو این حالت من فوکوسم میره روی محدودترین آدما.
And in this condition, of course, my focus will be on the people who are the most under restriction, which are the women.
ولی زنهای جامعه ما شجاع هستن و تو این محدودیت نمی گنجن.
Iranian women are brave and they will not remain under restriction and limitation.
حتی جدیداً یه قانونی رو تصویب کردن که کار رو مشکل و مشکل‌تر میکنه واسه خانم‌ها.
Even nowadays there is a new law which is make it even harder for women to live.
ما دیروز بود که 111 تا فیلمساز یک بیانیه نوشتیم.
There was yesterday that 111 filmmakers written a statement
و بر ضد این قانون که حقوق انسانی رو در نظر نمیگیره بیانیه دادیم.
we explain our disagreement with this law.
تو جامعه من خب این داره اتفاق میفته، نه تنها ما بلکه همه گروه ها فرق نمیکنه، مرد زن در مورد این قوانین ضد انسانی برخورد میکنن.
It happens in my society, and not only me, but everyone in my society is reacting towards these inhuman laws, and this is our duty to.
وقتی این حرکت، این جنب جوش در جامعه هست،
When there is this movement in your society,
خب معلومه تو هم موضوعات رو از اونا میگیری.
so of course you will get the subject and inspiration and motivation from them.
تو فیلم دایره این موضوع در مورد 4 تا زن هستش.
In the movie Circle, the topic is about the 4 women.
و در فیلم پنهان
And in the movie Hidden
در مورد دختری هستش که میخواد بخونه
is about the girl who wants to sing.
ولی به دلیل شرایط ایدئولوژی که حاکم بر خانواده هستش،
But due to her condition of her family
این محدودیت هستش.
and limitation that she is facing.
مثل فیلم سرخ که با یک دختری میخواد بازیگر بشه.
Again, same as the movie Three Faces, which is also about the girl who wants to be an actress in the cinema.
مطمئنم تو جامعه شما هم یه سری محدودیت ها هست.
I'm sure in your society also there should be some problems or things that you want to raise a voice.
این دیگه بستگی به شما داره که بخواید چشمتون رو باز کنید یا چشمتون رو ببندید.
So it's up to you that if you want to close your eyes or if you want to voice up.
Thank you. I also wanted to talk about both in the circle and hidden about your daughter's participation, Somas. So, how did you collaborate with your daughter across these 2 projects? I mean, one in 2000 and one in 2020. Like, how was the collaboration like with your daughter, and how did it differ across these 2 projects?
نه تو فیلم دایره یه پلان خیلی کوچیک بود ایشون بازی میکرد.
There was only a short scene in the movie Circle that she was present.
اما تو فیلم پنهان
But in the hidden movie,
من قول داده بودم که یک فیلم کوتاه بسازم.
I promised to make a short film.
همون زمان بود که دخترم بعد از 11 سال اومده بود ایران.
And that was the time that my daughter came back to Iran after 11 years.
11 سال بود که ما احساس خطر کردیم برای دخترم، سریع از ایران فرستادیمش بیرون.
همون
11 سال ما پیش فرستادیم بیرون به دلیل اینکه دادگاه داشت مشکلاتی واسش به وجود میومد، ما فرستادیمش از ایران رفت.
And we sent her out of Iran due to that 11 years ago because we felt that she will be associated with some problems from the government.
بعد از 11 سال تازه اومده بود.
And eventually when she came back after 11 years,
و من ازش خواهش کردم که این نقش رو بازی کنه.
I requested her to have a role in my movie.
Thank you. Okay, I think we'll open up to the floor. Okay, there's one gentleman there. The mic is there.
Hi, Mr. Panahi. Thank you so much for coming today. I just want to say that you have been, since I started making films 12 years ago, your films have been a huge influence to me. Every time I feel like my films are getting too complicated, I'm reminded that you can make a film in a house with a pet lizard. So my question to you, as a filmmaker, is I have two questions. The first question is that from the very first film that I've seen from you, what strikes me is that you are always able to get poetry out of the most ordinary of circumstances. So my question is poetry something you're constantly thinking about, or does it occur as a result of something else? And my second question is a lot more straightforward, which is that I'm always so impressed with the performances that you get out of your actors. Could you please share with us how you go about working with actors and getting the performances out of them? Thank you.
ببینید هم در مورد موضوع فکر میکنیم هم شرایط این کار میکنه.
Is both of them are correct. I think about the subjects and also the circumstances will give me the topics and subjects. So both of them are correct.
وقتی این حکمو به من دادن که من 20 سال نمیتونم فیلم بسازم،
when they give me the order that I am banned to make movie for 20 years,
خب یک شرایط سختی واسه من به وجود اومد.
Definitely it was difficult circumstances for me.
و این فشاری که من واقعا نباید 20 سال پشت دوربین باشم.
And that was a mental pressure that how I can be 20 years away from the camera.
خیلی عصبی بودم.
Was very angry, irritated.
رفتم تو خونه همش قدم میزدم.
Walking most of the time around the house.
رفتم طرف پنجره.
Going towards the window.
پنجره رو باز کردم.
Open the window.
آسمون رو نگاه کردم.
Watching the sky.
چه ابرهای قشنگی میدیدم.
Such beautiful sky.
سریع رفتم دوربینم رو برداشتم.
I grabbed the camera quickly.
اومدم 2 سال از ابر عکس میگرفتم.
And only 2 years I was only doing the photography of the sky and clouds.
و این عکس‌ها یه روز توی جورج پومپیدو در پاریس همش به نمایش در اومد.
So all of these photographs were being displayed in Paris.
و این پس شرایط بود که به من تحمیل کرد اون عکس‌ها رو بگیرم.
So I can say that the condition actually has created this upon me.
یا این فیلم نیست.
Or this is not a film.
فکر کردیم خب وقتی من قرار 20 سال فیلم نسازم، یعنی توی بیرون، چون وقتی تو ایران بیرون میخوای فیلم بسازی باید اجازه رسمی از دولت داشته باشی.
In this is not a film, thinking about that when I cannot make movie for 20 years, and in Iran is such that if you want to make a movie, you need to have an authorization, to, record in the town and city.
پس من چیکار میتونم کنم؟
So what I can do here?
فکر کردم خب تا حالا افراد جامعه جلوی دوربین من بودن.
So far the people from the society were in front of my camera.
حالا دوربین رو برگردونم طرف خودم.
And now on I can be the subject in front of the camera.
و شروع کردم تو خونه خودم فیلم گرفتن.
So I started to filming myself.
به همراه دوستم.
Along with my friend.
خب ببین اینا شرایطی که به شما تحمیل میکنه.
So these are all the conditions which are forced upon you.
من میتونستم افسرده بشم، اصلا برم خودمو بکشم.
I could have think about committing suicide or going to depression.
یا اینکه راه حل پیدا کنم کار کنم.
Or find a way to continue my work, no matter what.
این دیگه بستگی به شما داره. هیچ کس به شما نمیتونه بگه راه حل شما چیه.
So this again depends on you, and nobody can tell you that what is your solution. You gotta find it yourself.
اما در مورد بازیگر.
And okay, and now about the actors.
ما بازیگرمون رو از بازیگرای حرفه‌ای انتخاب نمی‌کنیم.
We don't get the professional actor and actresses. They're amateur.
میریم توی جامعه و دقیقاً مثلا یک نمیدونم خیاط می‌خوایم، میریم اون شغل و اون آدم رو انتخاب می‌کنیم.
Going to the society and just seeing the job, and we find our actor from among the people in the society.
یا مثلا یه دونه ماهی فروش می‌خوایم، میریم اون شغل اون آدم رو پیدا می‌کنیم.
For example, if I want to have a fisher in my movie, I will go to the society and I will find one of the real one from the.
باور کنید اینا خیلی بهتر بازی میکنن.
Believe me that they are even better than the professional actors.
در واقع بازی نمیکنن، اینا خودشونن.
They don't act. Indeed, they don't act. They're themselves.
به خاطر این شما وقتی میبینید چقدر طبیعی ان اینا.
That is why when you see them, you feel that they are so natural.
هیچ به خودشون فشار نمیارن که کار خاصی بکنن.
Because they don't force it on themselves to take it out.
فقط باید راهشو بلد باشین، با اینا ارتباط برقرار کنید و اینا راحت جلوی دوربین باشن.
So the trick is only that you gotta find a way to make a communication with them, and they need to also find themselves comfortable in front of the camera.
یا در واقع کاری کنید که اینها جلوی دوربین زندگی طبیعی خودشون انجام بدن.
You need to create a condition for them that they make they continue their life in front of your camera.
Thank you. Yeah. I will come in with one question. Bear with me. So, I think Mr. Panahi's career can be seen in different stages. Of course, it's divided very much by when the filmmaking was banned, announced for 20 years. My question is about the cinematography style that has changed. I know that after 2010, the liberal use of camera has been very evident in your cinema. My question to Mr. Panahi is, what is aesthetic beauty to you now in cinema, and how do you approach cinematography, especially in this later half of your career?
خب ببینید تو فیلمی مثل فیلم مثلا تاکسی
For example, in a movie named Taxi,
اگر شما میخواستید این رو با دوربینای فیلمبرداری کار کنید،
If you wanted to make it with the professional filmmaking cameras,
اول از این اون دوربینا حجم بزرگی داشتش.
the first problem would be that they're really big in the size.
و شما توی خیابون وقتی کار میکردید همه میدیدن و
And you
جور
would be
دادن.
noticed if you wanted to just work in these streets with that.
ببینید یه زمانی تو ایران همه امکانات دست دولت بود.
There was once that all of the facilities were, under the control of the government in Iran.
یعنی دوربینای فیلمبرداری که با کار نگاتیو میکردن فقط دولت داشتش.
So only government had access to those professional cameras which were good for the filmmaking.
یا فیلم یا مثلا میز مونتاژ دست دولت بود.
There is a montage.
یا
There are some equipment related to the cinema. Everything was in the control of the government back then.
یا لابراتوار دست دولت بود.
Or laboratory.
حالا این امکان وجود اومده که شما دوربین با دوربین کوچیک میتونید کار خودتون بکنید.
But now you have also the opportunity to work even with a small camera.
اگر ما با اون دوربینا می‌خواستیم کار کنیم هیچ وقت تاکسی ساخته نمی‌شد.
I wouldn't make ever the movie Taxi if I wanted to work with those techniques and cameras.
پس این امکانات جدید کاری میکنه که ما هم با اون آداپته بشیم.
So all of these new tech equipment and all also create more opportunities eventually for us.
و از این امکانات بزرگ بتونی استفاده کنی.
And why not to take use of these facilities?
من دیدم که بچه‌هایی که میخوان فیلم اولشون رو بسازن یا فیلم‌های کوتاه خیلی واسهشون مسئله است که دوربینشون بزرگ باشه، خیلی گرون باشه.
I have seen the student who wants to make their first movie. It's really important to them that they find a good camera or they find all the necessary equipment.
ولی من الان به این نتیجه رسیدم هرچی دوربین کوچیک‌تر باشه و ارزان‌تر راحت‌تری.
But personally, I think that even if your camera is smaller, you're more comfortable.
مهم ابزار نیست.
So the equipments or the techniques are not important.
مهم فکره.
It's your idea that is important.
مهم ایده است. مهم موضوعی که شما کار میکنید.
Idea and subjects are important.
اگر اینا اینقدر قدرت داشته باشه واقعا هیچ وسیله تکنیکی جلوش ارزشی نداره.
If these two are well thought about, then your technique and equipment can not play much big role.
I know Mr. Panahi brought 2 iPhones, new iPhones to Singapore, so maybe he might shoot something here. So let's see. Yeah. Let's leave the time now for the rest of the audience. Any next questions? Okay, we have one here. Can we have a mic, please? Oh.
Hello. Sorry. I'll just pass it to you. So, من اول فارسی میپرسم and then I speak in English. برای خیلی ایرانی‌ها سینمای ایران بخشی از هویتشونه. بعد از پیشکسوت‌هایی مثل شما آقای کیارستمی آینده سینمای ایران رو چطور می‌بینید؟ So how do you see the Iranian film industry after the legends like yourself and Mr. Kiarostami and when you pass the baton to the new generation? Thank you.
خیلی روشن و خیلی خوب.
I see it very bright, really good, promising.
مثل همین جوانایی که 20 سالشون، 19 سالشون، 18 سالشون بود ریختن تو خیابون و کاری کردن که ماها نمیتونستیم بکنیم.
Like all the youth, the new generation which came for the ride to the street.
الان یه چیزی بالای 50 تا سالیانه فیلم زیرزمینی ساخته میشه. 50 تا فیلم زیرزمینی هر سال ساخته میشه.
Annually there are about 50 movies which are made underground in Iran.
خب شما میدونید که تو ایران وقتی بخوای فیلم بسازی باید زن حتما روسری سرش باشه یا چادر.
In Iran, there is a limitation that if you want to show a woman in your movie, so she need to be covered, body and hair.
و این فیلم های زیرزمینی بچه ها این شجاعتشو دارن که میرن بدون روسری فیلم میسازن.
So in Iran underground cinema, these limitations are not.
یعنی مثل جامعه که اومد گفت من دیگه تحمل این مسئله رو ندارم، اینا هم این کارو میکنن.
So it's also the same that society first raised a voice that we don't want this limitation and restriction, and now cinema is also following the society.
تو همین 1-2 سال دیدید چند تا از این فیلم ها اومدن بیرون.
It has been that the movies are already out, few of them out of Iran.
فیلم سازاشون هم خیلی درخشیدن.
And the filmmakers are also have been shown internationally.
و خب مطمئن باشید که این روند ادامه خواهد داشت.
So I believe that this will continue for Iran.
من خیلی امیدوارم.
I am very hopeful.
We have one question earlier. The mic, please. Okay.
Hello. So, firstly, Shrimoi from India says hello. She just texted me. She made a documentary with you in it, so she wanted to convey her love.
متشکرم. خیلی ممنون. مرسی.
Thank you so much.
My question is, what does Jafar Panahi like to watch nowadays? Like,
فیلم منظورشونه؟
Do you mean film?
everything. What is it apart from the sky, which I'm sure is beautiful?
از هر چیزی که یک انسان طبیعتا لذت میبره منم میبرم.
Whatever that a human being enjoys, of course I also enjoy.
در مورد سینما هم
And about the cinema,
واقعا من همه فیلم ها رو سعی میکنم ببینم، فیلم های تجاری و غیر تجاری.
I try to watch all the movies, even the commercial and non-commercial movies.
فیلم بد، فیلم خوب.
Bad and good movies.
از بدا یاد میگیرم که اونطوری فیلم نسازم.
From the bad movies, I learn to not repeat it again.
از خوبا هم یاد میگیرم که اونا بهتر بسازم.
And from the good movies, I learned that to make it even better than that.
Thank you.
You have TikTok? No.
TikTok دارین؟ account TikTok? Mr. Panahi don't know even what is TikTok.
Next question, yeah. I know there's one question here, right, from this lady. Yeah, can we pass the mic?
Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's such a pleasure. And my question is regarding if you can elaborate a little bit on the topic of realism. That was the topic when you started the talk. If you can do some practical example, some example of what you mean, what is important for you on the topic of realism, and how did you apply on your movie? And I have also a second question, but if you don't want, just one is okay. But the second question is, which is your relationship with the landscape, with the nature? Because I was very impressed on the movie, the No Bear movie. There is a lot of, compared to other movies where are in Tehran or there is more urban setting, in that one I found something very new on the way you use the context. So if you can elaborate.
Can we just start with the first question and again I will, because Mr.
Yes.
Panahi might forget again
Yes,
the
yes.
second one.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sure.
Let's go with the first question.
Yeah.
خب میدونید که سینمای نئورالیسم ایتالیا بعد از جنگ دوم جهانی به وجود اومد.
But the realism cinema in Italy, which happened after the Second World War,
شرایط بد اقتصادی بود.
the bad economy situation.
دوربین حالا از استودیوها اومد بیرون رفت توی جامعه.
The cameras finally came out of the studios and went into the society among the people.
یکی از این فیلم ها فیلم دزد دوچرخه بود.
One of these movies was the bicycle. I'm not sure. Bicycle thief.
و این فیلم تأثیر خیلی زیادی رو من گذاشت.
So it had a very great effect on me, this movie.
در واقع من فیلم دایره رو به نوعی مدیون این فیلم هستم.
I can say that I am sort of take the inspiration from this movie for my movie named Circle.
تو فیلم دزد دوچرخه
In the bicycle thief movie,
میبینیم که اول فیلم دوچرخه یک نفر دزدیده میشه.
we see that in the beginning of the movie the bicycle is missing, the bicycle of somebody is missing.
و این تمام جاها رو میگرده تا اون دوچرخه‌شو پیدا کنه.
He searched for it everywhere to find it.
و آخرش مجبور میشه بره و بخواد دوچرخه کسی دیگر رو بدزده.
So at last he's thinking to get another person's bicycle.
یعنی این شکل دایره شروع میشه و این چرخه ادامه پیدا میکنه.
So this cycle is continues, is a vicious cycle that.
اینها بودن و نوع دکوپاژی که این فیلم ها داشتن.
So this was something that was inspired me and.
و این دکوپاژ باعث این میشد که فاصله دوربین با بازیگر و نوع گفتن نوع میزانسنایی که داشت باورپذیر بشه واسه تماشاگر.
The setup and the combination that was made in that movie, The Bicycle Thief, was I was very fan of that and thinking that the way that the camera was made and the actors were also standing, so everything was.
خب این فیلم رو من قبل از دوران دانشجویی دیده بودم.
I have seen this movie before my student time.
وقتی تو دوران دانشجویی بودم همیشه واسم سوال بود خب من چه نوع فیلمی بخوام بسازم.
And during that time I was thinking that what sort of a movie I want to make one day.
و نهایتاً راه خودم رو انتخاب کردم و یکی از چیزها این فیلم بود که تأثیر در من گذاشت.
And eventually when I choose my path, so this movie was one of the movie that had really great impact on me.
Oh, I was thinking in the interest of time, I'm sorry, that maybe we only have like maybe 1 or 2 questions left, so we can let someone else, yeah. There's one lady waving quite vigorously, so.
Yes, hi. My name is Karen, and I'm the founder of something called The Projector. We are Singapore's only independent cinema, and we also see ourselves as a platform for the alternative voice. I just wanted to share that, you know, when we first started the cinema, you know, Taxi had just come out, and we weren't, you know, when we decided to show the film, we weren't sure how it would be received back then. And, you know, we ended up playing it to many full houses, so much so that we ended up giving it a 2-year run. So the themes in that film must have, you know, resonated with the audience here. And as a result of that film, gave myself and my team the confidence and the inspiration to keep going. So we are now 9 years old. Next year we will be 10. And so this is not really a question, but it's just a sharing. And we, on behalf of my team and myself, we just really wanted to thank you and let you know the impact that you've had on the Singapore film scene. And that film has a special place in our hearts, and we just wanted to really thank you for your work and also the inspiration it has given us.
منم از شما تشکر میکنم
I'm as well thankful to you
که ارتباط منو با فیلم دوستان سنگاپوری برقرار کردید.
for creating the opportunity and connect me with the Singapore film fans or film lovers.
و امیدوارم این همینطوری ادامه پیدا کنه.
And I'm optimistic that this will continue in future too.
منم توان اینو داشته باشم که هر دفعه فیلمی تازه‌ای رو بسازم که به شما این انگیزه رو بده.
And hopefully I will also be able to make new movies that will be still giving you motivation and inspiration.
و با تماشاگر بتونه ارتباط برقرار
And
کنه.
can create a way to heart of the audience.
Maybe we have time for just one last question. So anyone has one last question? Okay, the gentleman there. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Panahi. We met earlier. Hi. I want to ask about the new film. What has it taught you so far?
Excuse me, are you asking about the new film? Yeah, about the new film that he's making and what it has taught him?
یه فیلم کوتاه قراره به من گفتن اینجا نشون داده میشه به اسم آکاردئون.
Accordion. There is a short film made by Mr. Panahi, which he has been told that is going to be a screen here, named Accordion. Oh, the
accordion.
Yeah, the accordion.
این در مورد عدم خشونته.
It's about not being violent.
در حالی که دنیا یواش یواش داره بدجور به سمت خشونت میره.
While the world is going towards to be more violent.
هر جای دنیا میبینیم کم کم داره درگیری‌ها و نوع برخورد آدم‌ها با هم سخت میشه.
As we see that there is more tension is increasing the tensions and the people's reaction even is changing.
به هر حال فیلم بعدی منم فقط میتونم بگم در مورد عدم خشونت.
So my new movie is also has the same topic, is about not being violent.
و اینکه بتونیم کنار هم بدون خشونت زندگی کنیم.
We can be living together peacefully.
همینقدر میتونم بگم دیگه اجازه بدید بیشتر از این نگم.
Let me just only say this much about the new movie. And
So there is a new movie that comes out, we don't know when, but there are old movies that will be starting tomorrow. So I'm using this to end the session. Tomorrow, Jafar Panahi In Focus program starts at the Singapore International Film Festival. We have 3 double bills, and it includes the accordion, which Mr. Panahi has just mentioned, alongside Crimson Goal, The Circle, Hidden, This Is Not a Film, and Where Are You, Jafar Panahi? So these are the 6 films. There might be some chance where Mr. Panahi might appear somewhere. So if you would like to see him again, maybe you should buy tickets for everything. So this is just my marketing ploy, okay? Yeah. Maybe.
منم تشکر. خب تموم شد جلسه دیگه نه؟
Mr. Panahi is also thanks everyone. So he's saying that, is it the end of the session now?
So let's put a round of applause for Mr. Panahi. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. منم از شما تشکر میکنم و امیدوارم که باز هم به کشور زیباتون بیام.
Thanks to everyone, and I hope that again I can come to your beautiful country again and see you all.